Folks, hello and welcome to Gamers Health. I am one of your hosts, Rach Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. With me, as always, on Saturday nights is my lovely wife, Rachel.
Hello.
So, part of our journey to better health, the cat was falling off her perch.
It's whatever you have.
It's books,
leaned up on here.
It's probably Giant Lands not being giant.
Maybe.
Listen, we go through health issues. We've been having our own health journey, and anything that we can share that means that you don't have to do it. Like me buying Giant Lands, so I could do an unboxing and do a review, so you don't have to spend $140 on Giant Lands. Is what we like to do for the community, health wise. Explain our issues, our journey. So our recent journey, and by the way, Shadow, I'm catching up on your stuff. Yeah, well, I know East Coast, West Coast stuff, right? Yes, you saw the new toys, and they wound up being exercise toys. Listen, that's part of the journey, right? If you can't maintain your health, you're not going to enjoy gaming. I hate to say it. I mean, I've gone to a number of conventions where before I started this journey to improve my health, I saw people that went, wow, they look like they really need help. And then I look back at myself 2 years ago, and I'm like, oh, geez, I didn't realize that was probably also me. So, you have to look at yourself almost like if you're a creator, right? And you write like the best darn RPG in the world, your fantasy heartbreaker, and you don't give it a critical look, and you like throw it out to the world, and it's a piece of shit. You gave yourself a disservice. You gave the gaming community a disservice, right? You didn't put the effort into it. You didn't give it a critical look. Same thing when it comes to your health. It's very easy to look at yourself and go, oh yeah, no, I'm good enough. Like I said, I didn't weigh myself like probably a year and a half. Just kind of, you know, I know what my blood sugar is. How I feel. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not always. So these are just part of our journey. Now, part of that journey for me includes finally getting back to using VR, the Oculus Quest. I do workouts, often playing racquetball. Yes, on a VR headset and the controllers with my friend Zach. And now that I'm mostly over COVID, and I think the lethargy is cutting down too. I don't think we're sleeping as late as we had been. I'm getting back into the racquetball and getting back into that form of exercise. But I've also been doing some strength building, right? I've been trying to do more than just some cardio, because the real way to lose weight, if you're not good at like dieting and cutting your calories down a great amount, and I'm certainly not good at that. Okay. I can control them, so I'm not pigging out, but I can't control them where it's like, I'm down to eating 1,200 calories a day and I'm dropping weight. No, I can't do that. I have to put on muscle. I have to improve my body's metabolism. And I do that by building muscle, right?
Right. And I mean, it is helpful, but, I don't know, a lot of times people think of exercise as sort of like, a pencil eraser. Like if I've eaten badly, I'll just exercise it off.
No.
As we get older, that tends not to be something that continues to work.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I like to eat. We've changed our eating habits to not be the cheap ass foods that are. Damn, that one's pretty heavy. The cheap ass foods that are fun to eat and have jack shit when it comes to nutrition value.
Right.
Bad for your cholesterol. Bad for your blood sugar. Right. These are all things that I have to watch and look out on. So we made a decision last week, that we were going to do more strength training. And yes, I have free weights I can do some of that with, but not as good for Rach. We needed something to add, something that would be enjoyable. So, which one do you want? We actually made 2 purchases. So,
right. I think they knew, like, we bought a couple of things, but this week they came in and we started to play with them a little bit.
yes.
Yeah.
So, which one do you want? Which one do you want to discuss first?
Why don't we do TRX first?
Okay.
Oh, and I lost 4 pounds. Not this week, but last week. With the Weight Watchers. So dealing with some sort of structure around your eating is something that's helpful. The beginning of this week wasn't so good. I don't know what that's going to reap. Tomorrow is weigh day. So last Sunday was the 4-pound loss, and we'll see what happens, because there were certain habits I kept, and then there were like a couple of meals where I exceeded my range.
She exceeded her point total.
So, yeah. So we'll see what the scale tells us tomorrow.
So the TRX is interesting. Now I have it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I'll include Amazon links. There'll probably be affiliate links.
Yeah, it comes in a bag about that big,
which is pretty small when you think about it.
Yeah, it's quite lightweight. I'm sitting here with 2 fingers holding that.
So what this is both in both cases, these are going to be exercise devices or equipment that uses your body weight and leverage. Now, this, again, very simple. The issues that we were dealing with this setup is you're using your door. You're using a door.
Or you can use this hook at the top
to mount it.
To mount it. So we'll talk it to our contractor when he comes in the spring, so that he can help us find like where to be able to hang it from the ceiling, or in a beam.
Hang it from the ceiling, we're never gonna get it down. It'll be permanently hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, like the
I
mean, you can take it down, not the hook part.
No, but I'm just saying it will be permanently hanging from. That's the ceiling is not a good idea. You maybe want to do it off the wall, off the door frame, but off the ceiling would not be good, because it then becomes a permanent obstruction that's hanging.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're making that room just a permanent workout room, but the advantage to this is you can turn pretty much any room into a workout room if you have a normal setup. We don't have a normal setup, because when we renovated this place, we sealed up doorways and we opened up archways.
Well, just like renovations or different tweaks that have been done through the generations.
Right. And this house was built in 1905.
Mm-hmm.
But what we did figure out before we made the purchase is that our bathroom door, which leads to a hallway, which has on the opposite of the bathroom door, big archway, which leads to technically our family room, the yoga room.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big opening. I figured it would work there. They would rather you have a door that opens away from where you are.
From where you're pulling at.
So obviously the bathroom door does not go into the bathroom.
Yeah, but then if you don't have that, it wasn't a deal breaker. You could just push the door.
The door,
over the door thing.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know if my pointer will even be. Yeah, the over the door thing is the lower right.
Door anchor, yeah.
Just the lower right. So if you move it more toward the inner part of the door, toward the door jamb, I guess, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was more secure. Also, I got some rubber door jambs to jam the bottom just in case. Play it safe. But this is a relatively inexpensive manner to, I guess, add strength training to your exercise routine.
and in a very gradual way, in a gentle way, because you can take, it's all about the angle that your body is at that makes it more difficult. If you um, are more angled away from the anchor, um, it's more work for your muscle. So you can really be able to adjust it to what your needs are at the moment, so that you're able to kind of, build toward more intense.
Well, and that's the whole thing. You don't jump into this.
You just be like,
I'm gonna do everything, and then you wind up hurting yourself or discouraging yourself, and then you don't want to go back to it. Now, one of the great things about this is that it travels with you. So if you're going to a hotel or
stick it all back in the bag.
In our case, if we go to the Poconos at my parents' place up there, take this with us. It'll work very well off the bedroom door. The bedroom door goes in from the living room, goes into the bedroom, so there'll be no issue. The door's not going to go flying off, and so. But
so I was afraid of this thing for the first couple of days. I was like, I'll watch some more videos, or I'll do a little more research about really how it mounts, and it seems like it's gonna hold me. Please.
So please. So
but it did. I used it today. Like I tried it maybe 3 days ago. And I was like, oh, okay, good, it's gonna hold me. And then I tried some movements with somebody today.
No, it's actually you got a pretty much hands-on lesson there.
A very hands-on lesson. A really good lesson. And of course I took notes and had her she's very meticulous about when it comes to form, so that you don't hurt yourself, and she's right. So it was kind of interesting, like if she'd say, oh well, your hips need to be this way or this needs to be that way, she was able to see, and then like able to sort of practice it with the right feeling.
This was done over
and
Zoom.
The wrong feeling.
This was done over Zoom with the computer camera, and we had to angle it. We were trying the external camera, couldn't get the right angle, couldn't get the right height, and it was too zoomed in. So it's a good thing
my microphone decided not to work.
It's a good thing we practiced. We figured this stuff out, except for the microphone part, all before.
Yeah.
But it's funny because as gamers, we think of Zoom. All right, others do. I've never used it, but others think of Zoom as like, oh, it's a great way to run games online, and it certainly can be. But I'd rather use something that just gives me a little bit more gaming form factor than Zoom. But I'm sure with the right groups and
or maybe with using the screen share and stuff like that, it might be easier. With being able to see like the dungeon and how it's.
I still greatly believe this ability to share a screen. I'm sharing the screen from our second monitor on this computer, and if you are going to run games online, a second monitor is almost an absolute need. Really. Yes, like last night. That's it. And now I've had complaints from people that say, "Well, why is it oriented like that? It should be wider." Well, yeah, it would be wider if I had more room on this desk and I didn't have my second monitor in a vertical position. But it's also in a vertical position because I use it to read documents. I read PDFs on it. So, I forgot to. I forgot to change settings. So we got our first spammer, Rach.
Oh.
Yes, because I forgot. I had to go in to the content and go to this very thing here and customize. And this is the lesson that I was. It was a great lesson. Only subscribers can comment if you go in under customization. You change it, and they got to be subscribed for 20 minutes. So that means that jackass porn spammers don't get on. And I saw the I just saw Kay Davis. And I went, oh, is that Keith Davies? I'm like, and I click on it to see, and then I realize it's a spammer. So you'll have to forgive me, Rach. I thought I was doing. I
didn't see it because if I had, I wouldn't want to curse somebody out. Hate that. Such garbage.
Do I think a tablet would work as a second screen? I don't know. I haven't tried. It's a good question. You see, look, there's no spamming here from Yachin. Only gamers only. Listen, why? I've been asked. It's like, why are you like? Why do you guys do this weekly gamers health, stream? Because if you're a gamer, not everybody's going to be like Skeeter Grain, where the phrase "cock diesel" comes to mind, and it's like you look at the guy and you're like, holy shit, man! Look at the shape he's in. Most of us are not in that shape.
Yeah, we're not like Skeeter or Laramie.
Yes.
People who like get and have always gotten, eating right and exercise. That's kind of what we need to do, right?
A lot of gamers have been was it a Gatorade, Mountain Dew, Cheetos, Doritos, Ho-Hos, Ring Dings.
Your sweet and your salty bingey food.
Oh yeah, this is what you eat at the game. And then then you got to take the break and go to like Wendy's and make sure you have your triple with cheese.
Your meat.
Because so you ate like crap, and you could do that in college, right? You could probably eat like shit in college and your metabolism was a bit higher. All right. And now many of us gamers have gotten older. I'm 54. This is not going to become any easier. It'll only become harder as I get older if I want to correct it. The course correction is easier the younger you are. So, I mean.
But still worth doing, even if you're older. So.
Look at this. Shadow and Sun. None of that here. Only water, no juice, no coffee, no alcohol, and definitely no soda ever. You know what? God bless you. I'm no juice because. Sorry,
I'm no juice.
I'm no coffee because I can't stand coffee.
Yeah, I don't like it either. We all like tea.
Yeah, tea. I do like my caffeinated teas, but I also like some herbal teas. I certainly can't say no alcohol because that would be lying out of my ass.
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I could probably do without soda, but if I had to get rid of alcohol, I would need to have like a lifetime supply of diet ginger beer. Non-alcoholic, but at least it has taste that you can actually, feel something. Yes, lockdowns take their toll. Now, one of the things I don't think we've actually discussed, but I got Amazon up on the screen. We use Amazon Fresh for our food deliveries, and we've been doing that.
Yeah, we haven't set foot in a grocery store.
Well, except for like
in
Walmart.
A couple of years.
Except for Walmart.
Except for Walmart and the Poconos. That's true.
But and here's the thing: could we go shopping in a supermarket again? Yes, but I'm trying to control the food that I eat. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm trying, and what is a supermarket set up for? A supermarket is set up for you to walk those aisles and go Oreos, Chips Ahoy, and you walk right in. And on the right,
I mean, I guess you're supposed to stay towar's the outer aisle.
But no, but right when you walk in, like
that's
Stop
true.
and Shop, you're gonna have
it's on sale this week.
You're gonna have all these sales, the chips. Even Walmart does that. They stack it up because they want those impulse buys. Well, guess what? If I shop Amazon Fresh and I open up my phone and I start going, all right, I need eggs, I need turkey sausage, I need this cheese, I need my frozen onions and peppers, and I go through. And yes, I need my sprouted bread. which is almost as effective, I'm finding, as getting low carb bread
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to my blood sugar. Spot on, cheaper than quote keto bread,
Mm-hmm.
but very tasty too. But this way, I'm not hit with these. Oh wow, I'd really like some Chips Ahoy. No, I don't. I'm not tempted because I'm controlling what I'm looking at. Even their suggestions are based upon stuff that I already have in my cart or I've bought in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll get some low carb, keto friendly ice creams that'll pop up. I still have some in the fridge from before Christmas, but that is a great way to control that impulse buying of, dare I say it, shitty food. Really. And don't do the commercial. Don't do the
I didn't
South Park.
do.
She was going shitty food. Shitty
In
food.
my brain, I was.
I know. Yeah, I know your brain.
And I had a little smirk, probably.
Yeah, probably, but it is you.
I didn't engage it.
So I mean, that is just I have found it is a great way to control what you buy. Those impulse buys are horrid. Now, do we go to Costco on occasions? Yes. I go to Costco with things in my head, like I need the egg whites. Their egg whites are cheap as hell, and our omelets are one egg and
right. We
egg whites
avoid the aisles with, things that aren't going to serve us.
Yes, I mean that's really a major part of that secret, right? And you have to know what you can control and what you can't. Maybe you're somebody who, if you go shopping at a supermarket, you will fill your cart with shitty food. In that case, you're probably better off ordering online and having the food delivered. I pay a $5 tip to have my food delivered to my door.
No, and then the fruit too. Like fruit is more expensive in the grocery stores than it is like your green.
What do
they call it? A green cart. We have green carts here in the city that you can just,
or your farmer's market.
Yeah, like ours is close to us, so we could just walk out to the main boulevard and, grab whatever fruit that we want from there, and it's cheaper than the supermarket. It's sort of designed that way,
right,
by the city, but otherwise, ordering the fruits or vegetables from Amazon Prime or our Imperfect Food.
Right. I mean, I have found,
and they've turned us on to some pretty good stuff at Imperfect.
Yeah, Imperfect Food is a delivery service by us that you get like stuff that like oranges that are smaller than what they want at a supermarket, or squash that has a strange shape to it and wouldn't be put up at a supermarket, and you get it at a slightly discounted price, and it's been some good selections, but you never know what's going to be in stock.
Mm-hmm.
And as for, like Rach says, the produce carts or the green carts that we have by us, we usually have one, weather permitting.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's getting below freezing, probably not going to be out.
Yeah, it used to be that they weren't out from like November until April, but
he was pushing it this year.
Yeah.
So it's about maybe a 3-block walk. Prices are very good. Prices on from this produce guy that we have near us, better than any supermarket I've ever stepped into. I love my berries. I love my strawberries. I love my cherries. We've gotten to really enjoy blood oranges, but they're called raspberry oranges because they have almost have a raspberry flavor to them. So that's been really nice. So yeah, I will say I've never gotten bad fruit from Amazon, but Amazon is not cheap when it comes to fruit.
Right.
All their stuff is perfect. I've gotten some very good lettuce from Amazon. The greens, but you'll probably do cheaper on that at a supermarket for stuff that's on sale. Amazon doesn't have those promotions, but I mean, honestly, for me, I'll pay a little bit extra at this point not to be tempted, because man, that temptation can be huge. The Thank you. Yeah, again, that for us, my veggies, for the most part, my veggies are frozen.
Mm.
I don't do canned. Canned veggies are,
Mm.
but frozen ones, yes.
Mhm.
Uh, Catonic musings. If I go shopping with a list, I tend to stick to the list. But if I go just because I'm hungry, but no list or plan, I'm
Mhm.
probably coming home with pies and bagels and such. And that's
Mm.
many of
The
us.
plan.
Before
Keyword.
we go to Costco, we've already figured out what are we looking for.
Mhm.
What are we going through? Well,
Yep.
we need our 50 calorie a slice Swiss cheese because it's reduced calorie, and reduced sodium. Spot on. We know we're looking for that. If I'm low on egg whites, I know I'm looking for egg whites. If we're low on lactose friendly milk, I know I'm looking for that. So generally speaking, our Costco shopping is I let Rach over here go for the clothing. She'll scout out the clothing, and I will just take the cart and I will hit the stuff I know we need. Grab the stuff. So then when we match up 20 minutes later, it's like, all right, Rach, let's go check out the produce. Costco produce is spot on, fresh and awesome.
Yeah.
But you're gonna, if you're buying vegetables, you're buying one thing that's gonna, last
You'll be
you
eating it for a long time.
right. But
I'm probably not able to get through it.
right. But that's the spot that we will go and check out together. Their produce.
Or like the frozen food
Yeah.
thing.
Well, most of the frozen foods I'll have already gone through it. The
Mhm.
prepared foods we'll look at. Sometimes the prepared salads
Yeah.
are very nice. I can't complain about that. But we don't actually have a list, but we will go over stuff in our heads prior as to what are we looking for. Same thing when it comes to supplements. CoQ, and we're not giving medical advice, but CoQ10. My my cardiologist has said it's good for the heart. You can't find prices like you're going to find at Costco
Mhm.
on online. You're not going to. Cholesterol, which my cardiologist doesn't even know about, but hey, anything that helps my cholesterol, I'll grab that there too. Just vitamins in general are very good value, good price at Costco. We haven't checked BJ's in a number of years. We probably should, but we'll get to that.
Mhm.
So, anything else on the TRX rates that you want to cover?
I don't think so. I was really impressed.
I mean, you guys worked out for an hour and 15 minutes this afternoon. I was impressed with how
Oh,
long
that
it worked.
long?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I'm here in this room. They're in the room behind us, and I can hear it all. And they were having a very good time. I was enjoying the giggles from Rach when she apparently got put into positions that were a bit more stressful.
Yeah.
That's the
The
laughter I was
ones that
hearing.
you have, the ones that you have to use like your abdominal strength to make happen, or you know, where you feel like very much off balance or something.
So now we made two purchases on that day. So we spent roughly $500
Fitness.
on fitness, exercise equipment, and I'm going to tell a short story after this because although there is no real value that you can top off your health on. There certainly is when people try to shake it out. But we got this Total Gym, and I had a Total Gym before I got into the police academy. Okay, so we're going. This is back when Chuck Norris was on all the infomercials talking about the Total Gym, and you know what? It was really good. But I got into my head that at some point, well, I need something better than a Total Gym, right?
Oh wait, then we got a Bowflex.
Yeah, we got a.
I didn't know shit
Yeah,
about it, so I was like, "Yeah, there's this thing."
Yeah, no, we wanted to do that.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Gave that to my contractor. Thank God. Thank God he took it. He was happy to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing with the Total Gym, and we were kind of nervous because once we got it, we set it up, and it feels great. I love the rolling motion. my sister wants a rowing machine. I might have to put her in this direction, but it feels awesome and it works.
And maybe for her and Chris, I could just have that.
Yeah,
next year for Christmas.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll talk to them about it.
Mm-hmm.
But what is?
I mean, she can roll with this.
Yes,
but it's her body weight.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a problem.
And just being off balance and getting used to that.
But the total gym allows you to do multiple exercises. Again, you adjust it by adjusting the height of the gym. So
that's the most.
That's the highest. And you can see it's got like the baby height down on the bottom. We're not quite at the baby height, but we're like,
we're a notch above.
We're notch or two above. But trust me, that's a large amount.
Two, I think.
Yeah, 2 or 3. But so here's the great thing about this, though, and you see it on the infomercials.
See that? No, go back. That.
Yes.
Where do those? That's what's in that box.
That's what's in that box. Yes. Yes. So you could do your leg exercises. Okay. See, now here's the picture that really blew my mind. You see this? It folds up. Well, you know what? It folds up.
It really does.
And it is.
It fits into a small space, and it's New York City, so
every space is a small space. So this, because Rach needed that space
for yoga.
Well, not just for yoga. She needed that space today to work out.
And for TRX.
The TRX. So, and she was nervous, rightfully so. It's like, can we get this thing fold up? How is it going to work?
Is it really going to do what it said?
Right. And I said, you know what? Let's pop open the video, and the video showed them opening and closing it in like 2 minutes. Like actually, they closed it and then they reopened it and set it up. I'm like, all right, it can't be that hard.
So it seems like a good fit for us, because it is kind of soothing to sort of like we were playing like with squats and rowing and bicep curls and stuff. Right. Yesterday with it, and I like that sort of gliding action.
It is. Really,
if you have joint issues or things like that, it's not going to bother that so much.
Right. I mean, and the rowing motion works a lot of muscles, and if you increase the pace, it becomes a bit of a cardio workout. So, like yesterday, to give us a good shake, we arrived yesterday. We put it together yesterday, and there wasn't that much assembly.
No,
most of the assembly is making sure you move all the cardboard,
getting all the cardboard out of the tracks.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. I mean, that and how hard it really is that when it comes to.
And you have to keep your hair away. I put mine on the top of my head in a bun, so that it doesn't get caught in the tracks.
Jen, walking it's the emperor of exercise.
Yes, and we love it.
We love it, but we're in New York City, and
our winters can be very severe. We have very bitter, snowy weather this weekend.
So
which makes it hard to get out to our park.
Right. Oh no, just and temperature-wise alone, we realistically, except for maybe an occasional heat wave where the temperature gets into, I don't know, around 50. We're probably not going to do serious walking until sometime in April. So we need other forms of exercise to bridge that gap. And this is certainly one of them. And it's a really, fun and great device that.
Yeah. I mean, if we see it's 40, 45, not really much wind, we'll go.
Right. Sunny. Did I see your Connecticut picture on Discord? I'm assuming there was a lot of snow on it. I think I saw it, but I'm not going to say for sure I did.
Oh, wow.
18 inches plus.
Whoa.
So you see, we got about 6 or 7. You are probably to the east of Joe the lawyer. Joe the lawyer.
Past New Haven, you mean?
Yeah.
Or past Bridgeport.
Right. And 18 inches plus. God bless you, because I've been there. Which, that reminds me, I should probably, I got to make sure nobody shoveled our car in. I can remote start my car, but I want to make sure the exhaust isn't going to come right back into it. But I should just run the engine tomorrow, maybe, just to, it'll clear some snow off and run the engine for 10 minutes. But, I mean, I enjoy snow. I like snow. Snow today was a good workout between my VR racquetball and snow shoveling. I got my heart up to a good pace. Actually, it wasn't even the snow. I think it was the snow sweeping. We had to sweep the stairs, and that actually got my heart rate going. I was impressed. But you have to find something that.
Careful! Oh my gosh!
She's good.
What are you standing on?
She's standing on the arm. She's
like
fine.
Handlebars.
Yeah, she's good.
Oh, be careful.
She's a cat. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna.
She lost her balance just there a minute ago.
Yeah, but she didn't fall. No, cats are good. Cats are good for that. But speaking of Joe the lawyer, couldn't find him on YouTube. I found a Joe, but all his videos were lore related. Is that him? No, because Joe has no videos up yet. Hold on a second. I will link where you can subscribe to his channel. He's hopefully going to get something up this week. Joe is the type of person that likes to make sure that everything is like, he knows the whole process, and it's going to be professional looking, and it's going to be awesome before he dives into it. I am the type of person that is like, I figured out enough, let me jump into it, and I'll learn as I go. So that's why I find tools like, I use StreamYard. I know a lot of people use, I believe, OBS for live streaming, and they get people to get multiple cameras and multiple feeds on. I use StreamYard. There's a free version you can use. I think I pay $10 a month for this, but this is the level of complexity that I can easily handle. And if I always tell people, if I can handle it, you can handle it. It really is made for that. So it's youtube.com. Should be / Joe the lawyer, and that should bring you right to Joe. Joe is a stand-up guy. Here's the thing with Joe. He's probably one of the first people that I actually met face to face that I knew from blogging. Actually, Rach and I met him face to face, and we all hit it off first time immensely. I mean, you can get a feel for people, right? And Joe and I had already been gaming online prior to that. We've been using Google Hangouts and Roll20, and I kind of knew Joe's sense of humor. But when you get to meet the people and you get a face-to-face meet and you get to, do that bro hug and look up at Joe and go, holy shit, I'm 5'9", you're like 6'3", 6'4".
And I say, holy shit, I'm shrinking inch and I'm 5 foot tall. Are there clouds by you up there?
So, I mean, that is seriously, I mean, we can even go off on that for a little bit. The reason why I do the Thursday night Discord hangouts on the Discord server, and I do this, I really try not to miss a night. We do this from 9 to 11. I've had people ask me to join in on cool people. Like, I got a game starting up. It's going to be on Thursday nights. I can't do it. I've been doing these Thursday nights for years. And why is that? Because it gets people from around the world, around the country, to connect to each other. And do we always talk about gaming? No. Geek stuff? No. Sometimes people ask me about my history is a cop, and we'll go off on tangents. People drop in, people drop out. But it's about making those connections, about making those bonds. And it's about, especially now, in the world of COVID, where people aren't going out to their local pub, they aren't going out to socialize, they're not going to the movies, they're not going to the gym, they're not going to be meeting
There's
people.
not much a sense of community.
Yeah, and so
until you find it online somehow.
Right. Mm-hmm. And is Discord as good as, I don't know, hanging out at the local game store? No. But you know what? It's still pretty damn good. And I'm not going to turn my nose up at something that's like, well, if I could do this, this would be a 10 out of 10. And Discord's only an 8 out of 10. So I'm not going to settle for less than perfect. No, I'm going to say I'll go for the 8 out of 10. And maybe the people that I'm socializing with will still make it a 10 out of 10. But if I'm not there, it's not going to happen. So,
right, you can't wait for stuff to be perfect.
No,
it's never going to get there.
So, I mean, so we've been doing this now. I was trying at one point to do like a once a month flip, where in addition to those Thursday nights, I do like a Tuesday at like 11 a.m. for people that work the night shift, people that are on the other side of the pond. Turnout was marginal at best, but I might do it back up, because again, we get through things like this, whether it's COVID, our own personal trials, our own personal moments of self-doubt, with the help of others, whether those people realize they're helping or not. Okay, I mean, I know there are people in the Discord server that don't miss a Thursday night, and they're just happy that we're getting together to talk, and our bond is gaming. And we don't come into it like, well, we're going to have a topic of discussion. No, we're going to go in and
see how people are doing and where they're at.
I mean, that to me is where the real importance lies, right? I mean, that's why Rach and I kind of do this too. Do we get a large number of people watching the live stream? What happens? No, we get decent views for what we do throughout the rest of the week on these episodes, but it's important to connect. And actually, surprisingly enough, I mean, the 2 or 3 episodes of this that I've done with Rach or with my niece that were pre-recorded and not live got better views. I don't know how that worked out, but I don't get the same feedback. And even when I'm getting feedback from a handful of people, Rach and I, that feedback makes this special. Okay, it's kind of like when you're gaming, right? If you're the DM, yes, you have a responsibility to your players to ensure that they have a good time. Not that they win the game, but people should leave fulfilled. But you know what? Your players have that responsibility too. You should leave the game session as a GM feeling like what I usually like to feel. All right, my abilities were challenged. I was engaged, and I am psyched for the next session. Because if I'm leaving the game not being psyched the next session, and I'm the DM, then how are my players feeling? You know, somehow we're not connecting. Shadow, exactly. I started developing online friendships after most of my longtime friends passed away.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
sure.
Honestly, you know, Shadow, you're 54 like I am. In my adult life, and I'm gonna qualify my adult life saying, from when I became a cop in my late 20s, in my adult life, I can count the number of true friends I've made on one hand. Yeah, all right, maybe a little more. Nah, I don't know, because they're very few. I'll make friends. Don't get me wrong, but the people that you will rely upon and then can rely upon you when the shit's down and the most inconvenient time, and you'll still go, all right, yeah, dude, what do you need me to do? How do you need me to get there? What? Uh, that is a rare connection to make as an adult. As a younger person, you are more apt to say, I'm open to these friendships because you haven't been burned in life. Once you've been burned in life, you get a bit more reserved about
Right,
it.
you're a little more cautious and
Which is fine.
watchful.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I've made a lot of friends. I mean, good friends. I've made, like, again, the solid, I'll lay my life down for you, number of friends, one hand in my adult life. And if you asked me as a kid, I would probably lay my life down for everybody in my gaming group, my extended gaming group. You had all these friends, right? But I have made some amazing connections and friendships online that I never would have had an opportunity to do otherwise. I mean, what you as a regular person, where do you make friends? You make friends at work. You make friends at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Where else? You're not gonna make friends at the supermarket, right? You're not gonna make friends at Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
The salesman just wants your fucking money. He doesn't care. He'll say whatever he needs to say. It's like a prostitute just to get your money. So, but online, you can find people who will have similar connections to you, similar interests. And sometimes those connections can go just beyond friendship to that, oh my God, best friend level, which I'll tell you the truth. After I, hit 30, I was like, oh, my best friends are going to be dropping off the radar. How many do I have left? And not because they were.
You have fallings out
You
or
have
things like
fallings
that.
out. People move.
It's
right?
more that, people's lives get different.
Your interests diverge. But now my old gaming group.
Children, all that stuff.
Right. My old gaming group. We did high school and college, and we lasted until I graduated the police academy because I lost my weekends off. And that was it. The gaming group dissolved, and we would call each other once in a while. Then we did an email thread, and a few years later, we started doing EverQuest as a group with some other friends out in Texas. But it wasn't until we lost one of our friends on 9/11 who worked in the towers, a member of that group, that we went, holy shit. We hadn't been together. We hadn't gotten together in like 3 years. So now, every June, we get together in memory of a friend we lost, but also to keep those connections going. We have an email list where we email back and forth through an email server. It goes on every day. I participate when I can. But these connections, we were supposed to get together actually today. We were doing a special gathering because this is the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and we figured we should just get together an extra time. We couldn't do it around 9/11, and we were going to do it today, and we had to cancel it on Thursday because of the snowstorm coming in. So these are all things that, as a kid, you didn't have, and as an adult, it's kind of like online dating, but for friends. Yes, it kind of is. And it can, and you know what? You're looking at a couple that met via online dating, because I was not one to hit the bars, and I wasn't going to shit where I worked, so to speak. Never a good, especially as a supervisor. Never a good thing. Nothing good happens from it. And Rach and I basically found each other when we were both ready to say, "Fuck it all." Not, they're all a bunch of loons and crazies. And then I met Rach, and she, it proved that online dating, in this case, was it Match.com, can work, but only when you're ready to just throw in the towel.
Right, only when you kind of lose your whole attachment to the traditional. I have to find somebody, and I have to find them now.
Yeah. Yeah, I again, once I got past that, it was a lot. It fell into place.
Mhm.
Yajin, I had no idea there were other adult D&D people. Seriously, no idea. People started in 1980 like I did. I couldn't believe it. All right, so true story. I'm a rookie cop, and I'm working with another cop named Eric. We're both rookies. We're walking a footpost, and he came from upstate New York initially. And he goes, "Listen, I gotta make a true confession." I go, "What?" He goes, um, up until the academy, I still played D&D." I went, "Why are you telling me this?" He goes, I don't know." I go, "Because you know what? Right until the academy ended, I was still playing D&D." He's like, "What?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Dude, up until like 2 months ago, I had a weekly game." He's like, "Oh my God." Because it's like a true confession.
Mhm.
So then, honest to God, 15 years later, more than that, almost 20 years later, I'm a few months away from retirement. So I don't care what people think about me. I don't care. I'm working the desk on midnights in our command center, and a bunch of detectives, a few other sergeants, and the the morning shift is coming in, and I was reading, I don't know, probably Swords and Wizardry, and one of the sergeants comes in and he looks, he goes, um, "Is that a role playing game?" I'm like, "One, yeah." He goes, "You play that stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, and his eyes got wide. He goes, "I haven't played that since college. Can I look at that?" And then he's all excited. Then my lieutenant's like, "What's this?" I go, "Oh, it's Swords and Wizardry." He goes, "Oh, that's like D&D, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, you know what? We could do sessions here during our breaks." He had a great plan that we were going to run D&D sessions with.
On lunch hour.
Yeah, that's like
Mhm.
we are going to somehow on the midnights we are going to shut down the command center.
Nice.
But he wanted 1 hour sessions. He figured we could scam like.
Sorry, we can't take your complaint right
Yeah,
now.
he figured we'd leave a detective on the desk, grab 2 detectives to game, 2 sergeants, 2 detectives, and a lieutenant, and we could do this on a daily basis. And it was a great idea until they transferred him a week later.
Oh.
But I mean, yes, in my adult life, well, most of my time as a cop, did I ever admit that I played RPGs? No. This was Guerra, by the way, Rach. The same lieutenant who would insisted he was going to find my online identity because he goes, "I can't find you online." I'm like,
Mm.
"That's because I don't use my real last name." And then he couldn't do it. He had to get our computer specialist to track me down. But it's another story.
That's always good because we definitely played with our names.
Yes. David, my question to you, David, are you logged into, was it EverQuest Live, the classic server, or the EverQuest 2? Because I think I'd rather go back to playing EverQuest Live with corpse runs. I think that would actually be more my style these days. Yeji, you quit WoW for good. It's like 15 years. Listen, until I met Rach, my idea was in retirement, I'll just play MMOs 10 hours a day and get Uber characters. And then I met Rach, and then I was just like, I have no interest in any kind of MMOs when I was still working, and we were married. And
what's an MMO?
Massive multiplayer online. Usually MMO is short, and it's short for an RPG. It's kind of like taken for granted.
Oh, okay.
MMO RPG.
It wasn't like
It's like EverQuest.
Red Dead Redemption.
No, not like
Red
Dead Redemption. No, these are things like City of Heroes, EverQuest, Anarchy Online, the Warhammer Online, which wasn't bad. WoW I played, but I dabbled in so many. It's kind of scary. You know what? My wife, Rach, and I, we've got 10 years. So congratulations for your 20. We've got 10. Neither one of us married prior. Although I inherited a son from my ex-girlfriend when she passed. She was my ex when she passed, but that's how I inherited my son.
Our stepson.
Yeah, he's a stepson for both of us. He's like your stepson, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but He treats Rach like his own mother. So God bless. David, you met your ex-wife when she tied your shoelaces together at her drama course.
Oh
That is awesome. And EQ1 proper EverQuest. All right, God bless. I tried playing a little EverQuest 2 on my iMac. Oh God, like 6 months ago. I used to enjoy playing EverQuest and soloing. It was fine. You did certain runs. You did that. Oh God, that Knoll dungeon, just hoping to get a drop. But I don't know if I have that patience in me. Oh, David, MMORPG, many men online, role playing as girls. Thank you, David. Oh God, yeah, City of Heroes, one that hasn't been heard of for a long time. It was fun for the first year, and then it became, I don't know, not far from as much fun.
I mean, it's pretty good to hold your interest for a year.
Yeah, no, please. Anarchy Online held our interest for many years.
That's a really cool name.
Yeah, Anarchy Online it was fun. It never really kept up to the times, and but it was a good game. Yeah, I didn't like EverQuest 2. I liked only because the group I played with was my old gaming group and our friends from Texas. That kind of made it worthwhile. But in the end, EverQuest 1 had the best community and mods. Yes, EverQuest 1 was great for that. I actually used to enjoy soloing on it was the RPG server, the one where you couldn't talk to anybody who wasn't your race. So until you started learning their language, so you would try to talk and just gibberish came out. So you learned a lot of in-game sign language. It was funny. It was pretty good. But this is all stuff that we do to bridge the gap, right? I mean, I'd rather spend time talking with you all or hanging out in the Discord server or running a game online than playing an MMO. Just wasted time. These days for me, which is sad. I got a lot of good memories for it. But today, you would think that as a retiree, yeah, the Anarchy Online community was great. It was solid. But if you think as a retiree, I would suddenly have all this time to play. If you worked 8 hours a day, you could probably put 4 hours a day into an MMO and still have all the time in the world. It doesn't work that way. And besides which, I have learned to occupy my time with the blog, with the Discord server, with the videos. I got to upload tomorrow. I got to start uploading the not Spotify, the
Anchor.
Anchor. Thank you. Oh, Rach, you guys smacked me in the head, but not on screen because that could be spousal abuse and you could get in trouble for that. And I wouldn't want it to happen. But no, these. Again, I love doing these live streams because of you all, the interaction. This is what it is awesome. Shadow, I haven't played a video game in a long time, and I have been retired almost 10 years. Well, I have the Xbox One. I have the PS4. I have the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, we have a lot of games.
We have a lot of game systems, and really, I bought games when I retired that I still haven't opened up in the last 5 years. So, but do I play with the VR? Yeah, because with the VR I can get my exercise in and have a great time.
Well, again, that's something that's interactive. You don't really pick it up when
I stopped doing the soul stuff, but I do it so I can socialize.
Yeah,
I'm exercising and I'm socializing, and those are the connections that we need to make.
Yeah, it's supportive and keeps the good habits going.
So, You see, this is one of those dangerous moments, Rich, when I have a thought and it's like, should I mention my thought out loud?
Don't know.
What the heck? All right, so I am thinking that I'd probably like to do like a once a month drop in game session for the community. So the people that watch the videos, people that are on the Discord server, and just have I'm going to run whatever, run it through Discord and roll 20, and kind of a
Oh,
drop in.
a game,
Yeah,
not
no, not a video game.
not a
No,
VR game.
not a VR game. I'd rather I'll do Swords and Wizardry, or maybe I'll do RuneQuest. RuneQuest is something I'm really interested in right now. Starter set is awesome, but I think I'd like to do that because you know what, we get to connect this way, but I'd really like to be able to connect with people sitting at the table, right, and get the game going. So I'll finalize that thought. You know, I gotta make sure. I got a lot on my plate, but I'm sure I can fit that one in.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Wait, we'll find something to do on Sunday nights once a month.
I certainly will.
Yes, you're right, Shadow. Health includes mental health.
Yes.
And this does wonders. It does wonders for our mental health. Again, this is part of our process.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do more to address the mental health aspects. Remember, Rach was, well, technically still is a social worker.
Yeah, I'm still certified in social work and substance abuse counseling, and yeah.
But even yoga is mental health, right?
Yes.
So,
a lot of that. It's interesting. I used to use a lot of the, certain philosophical stuff
right.
that related to yoga to the clients to help them sort of change thinking patterns around certain views that they might have had that were really negative.
So I mean, I mean, this very act is certainly a mental health act that, and we hope it helps you all too, and we can make those connections. It's important to me. Okay, when Rach and I, we there was a point where I knew people that were really getting into like dark places in their heads, and we put up our. I know, Shadow, you know the number. I got to your voicemails. I will get back to you. I'll probably send you a text. But we have a voicemail. If you leave a message and you don't want it on the air, it's not going to be on the air. If you leave a message, it's like, hey, listen, can you, I don't know, call me back or text me back because or can I just unload on you and just tell you like what's going on with me? And sometimes it's all we need, right? If nothing else, we do care.
Yes.
We certainly do.
We do.
We've all been there. Okay, so really remember that, folks. We've actually passed our witching hour. Our witching hour is usually 9:00. We're 9:03. Holy crap, Rach. Let me see. No, Shadow. We know you're not crazy or anything. That's okay. But that's why you brought it up, and briefly, you guys let me in. We're grateful that you all are here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You make it worth.
You make it worth what we do. I mean, that's the whole thing. What the words of wisdom from my creative writing instructor, teacher, professor, Titel. I still remember his name. Back in college, I guess in '87 or '88. Was if you are writing for yourself, it is mental masturbation, and there are more rewarding methods to reward yourself than writing. If you are writing for the world, then hopefully you're writing something good. But if you're going to write, we're going to talk, we're going to share, we're going to do it. But we're not just doing it for us, because if we're doing it just for us, I could do this with Rach just sitting in this room in our two chairs and just discuss it. It mean little. It has no audience and it has no impact. like I said, if we help one person out of, I don't know, 52 episodes a year, one person,
Yeah.
then that's one person that we helped. I think that's a success. I
Yes.
don't judge it on anything else. I judge my career like that. You know, you don't always know if you've helped, but I know I helped at least one, and that was good. You know, take it. Oh god, the EverQuest tabletop RPG, based on the D20. The EverQuest RPG and the WoW RPG are both in that same category of yes, I own them. No, I never play them, and I wish I never actually bought them.
Oh wow.
Oh, sorry, I've probably thrown them out over the years, and I don't throw out much in the way of RPGs, but they're probably no longer in my collection. Shadow, we can tell it shows. Thanks again for everything. Enjoy the rest of your night together. I'm gonna make her watch a movie tonight. I'm not sure what movie. Seriously.
Okay.
No, it's great. You know what? Maybe we'll make it a Marvel movie.
There's one out.
Yeah, well, the ones that they wanted you to pay for before, but now they're part of.
Oh, they're throwing it for free.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll subject you to that, or even better. Guess what we haven't caught up on in a couple of weeks?
Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, there's Cobra Kai. No.
I've been missing that.
There's the Star Wars non-Mandalorian.
Oh,
the one that we're Boba Fett. One that we're both kind of like, Well, maybe we'll catch up. Again, folks, listen. Thank you very much. As always, listen. We're in a world of the pandemic. Rach and I, we are both vaccinated. We are both boosted, and we both had COVID. All right. I'm not telling you to get vaxxed. I'm not saying don't get vaxxed. I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any stretch of the imagination. But I am going to
all going to have our date with Lady COVID.
But I am going to say this. All right. If you are not vaccinated yet, talk to a medical professional and get the opinion of someone who knows your medical history, your comorbidities, or lack thereof, and be guided by their advice. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that's my advice on that. Because we're not medical professionals. If you're going to us for medical advice, God help you. Seriously. Be safe.
We'll make a referral for you.
We'll make a referral. I'm going to refer you to an actual medical professional. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well, and God willing, I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow will likely be the RuneQuest starter set unboxing. Now, I've already opened the box up, so it's not a break the seal type of unboxing. But I'm going to show off what's in there. And I'll work on a review of that. And I'm still working on Giant Lands to understand it enough that the Skeeter and Bad Mike can do some characters next Wednesday. That's going to be scary. Thank you, Shadow. God bless.
Thanks, Shadow. Thanks, everybody.